Hi friends, today we are starting with a new chapter of physics, work, energy and power. First in this chapter, in this video we are going to learn what is work and the cases of work. Suppose there is an object of mass m. You have applied a force of F and the object is displaced till x. So what is the work done here? Work done is always directly proportional to the force and directly proportional to the displacement. If you will push an object, if it moves, that means you have applied a force and it covers a displacement. In this case, work done is not equals to 0. The work done is equal to Fx, because x is the displacement which we have covered and F is the force which we have applied. Suppose you are having a almirah with wheels, you are pushing it, that means F force you have applied, and suppose this almirah has covered a 10 meter displacement and force is also 10 Newton. Then what is the work done here? Here work done is 100. Why? Because force into displacement. This is the basic formula of work. The one more angle of work is here, that work depends on which factors. So like in the example of almirah, the work dependent on the force and the work was dependent on the displacement. These two were the factors. Now let us take an example. If a coolie is having a luggage on his head and he is moving horizontally on a railway track, a railway station. So do you think any work done is there? You will say the force is applied. Yes, the force is applied. Displacement is occurred. But here the work done is 0. Why? That means there is also a third factor on which the work depends. So the work depends upon the angle. Work depends on the angle between force and displacement. So in the example of coolie, suppose this is the coolie. He is having the load on his head and he is walking this way. So what the load is exerting on the man? It is exerting mg, the weight. Weight is the first force which is acting. It is acting in downwards direction, but the displacement is here. So it is somewhat like force is here, displacement is here. This is F sin theta and it is S cos theta. And we know the value of cos theta. Theta is 90 because it is making a right angle triangle. You can see over here. Downwards the force, but horizontal the displacement. 90. So the value of cos 90 is equal to 0. So F into S into 0, the value becomes 0. So the work done in this case is 0. Let us take one more example of this, because this is a tricky part. Most of time we don't understand what is the angle. Suppose you have a trolley. This is a trolley and you are exerting a force on it, and it is moving in this direction, and this is the force. Do you think this case also the force is 0? No. Why it is not 0? Because फोर्स भी इसी साइड लगा है, डिस्प्लेसमेंट भी इसी साइड हो रही है. So it is somewhat like this. Force is in this direction, displacement is also in this direction. There is just a difference of height, we can say. So angle is not 90. Suppose the angle is cos 30. Suppose it is cos 60. Cos 60 is equal to 0.5. Then whatsoever force you have applied and whatsoever displacement for the trolley cover, it is into 0.5. So here the work done is not 0. It is all about the angles. Let us take another example of the angle. This is Earth. This is its orbit and this is Moon. Moon is revolving. Moon was initially here and then it revolved there. Now, do you think the work done is here? First of all, let us find out which force is acting here. The centripetal force, of course, and displacement is also occurred. But here also the work done is 0. Why? See, I am taking a new pen to highlight centripetal force, but displacement is here. Force is coming to the left hand side, but the displacement is going upwards. Angle made is equal to 90 and cos 90 is equal to 0. So whatsoever displacement the moon has done and whatsoever centripetal force is given by Earth towards the center of it is all 0 because the angle made here is 90 and cos 90 is 0. Now you have learned that there are 3 factors. First is force, second is displacement, and third is angle between F and S. So now let's take an example. You are pushing a wall. You have applied full force of your body. But do you think the wall would move? No. So in this case, force is applied. Angle is also not 90, but still the work done is 0 because displacement here is 0. So what in the summary way we can write? It is work done is directly proportional to force when here is a condition. If displacement occurs. Why am I saying is this the condition? When you are pushing the wall, you are applying force. Angle is also good. Angle is less than 90, but displacement is 0. तो फोर्स तो लगाया, मान लो फोर्स लगाया 10 न्यूटन का, और अगर डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल है फोर्स वर्क के, तो वर्क को भी 10 जूल होना चाहिए, क्योंकि वर्क की जो होती है ऐसा यूनिट वो जूल होती है. लेकिन यहाँ तो 0 है क्योंकि फोर्स लगाया और डिस्प्लेसमेंट ही नहीं हुई. तो वर्क डन इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू फोर्स when a displacement has occurred. Now do you think is there any condition with the directly proportional relation of force with displacement? No, because displacement would only occur when a force is applied. You cannot see a random object moving a distance without application of any force. If this is a ball, until and unless you will kick it, it would not move to here. So if displacement is there, that means force is applied. But if force is there, it is not compulsory that displacement would occur, because force depends on mass into acceleration. So maybe this mass into acceleration is not equal to the other mass and acceleration which you are putting. If you are pushing a wall is also pushing you back. So the force of wall is more than the force of you. So here force is applied but no displacement has occurred. But suppose a bag is moved, like it is, we can say, if we have moved a ball, if we have moved a bag, that means we have applied force, then only the displacement occurred. So work is directly proportional to force if the displacement has occurred, but work is directly proportional to displacement without any conditions applied, because displacement itself includes the force application in it. Now, cases. What are the cases of work done? Suppose this is a box. F is here, displacement is here. Now recall the concept of positive acceleration and negative acceleration. When the acceleration was positive, when the velocity and acceleration direction was same. If a vehicle is moving with velocity 5 meter per second towards right and acceleration is of 2 meter per second towards right, in this case acceleration is positive because the velocity would increase as the direction is same. The same case is with the force. If force is in the same direction as the displacement occurs, then it is a positive work done. It is a positive work done. We have a lot of example of positive work done. Pushing anything will always give you a positive work done. If you push we can say if you push even a person, you will push him. What if you push a person towards its right? It would not fall to the left. It would go in right only because the force is in right and the displacement is also in right. So here the work done by you is positive. Next case. The next case here is of negative. How can a work done be negative? The object is here and the displacement is here. Which force acts against the motion? It's the frictional force. It is here. So here is the frictional force. Here is the displacement. Do you think it is a positive force or it is positive work done? No, because because the displacement is in right and the work done, or the displacement is in right and the frictional force is acting towards left. The force has a different direction than of the displacement. So here the work done is negative. This we understood by the term direction. Is there any relation between angle also? So yes, there is a relation of angle. In the positive case, theta, the angle, is always smaller than 90. It can be 60, it can be 80, it can be 40, 20, 10, 0. Any angle can there be, but it cannot be 90. हमने ट्रॉली वाला एग्जांपल लिया था, फोर्स ऐसे था, डिस्प्लेसमेंट ऐसे थी, एंगल कितने का बन रहा था? सपोज 60 का एंगल 90 का तो नहीं बन रहा था, 90 से छोटा ही था. इसका मतलब एंगल अगर किसी भी वर्क डन को हमें पॉजिटिव बताना है तो पहले तो वर्क डन और डिस्प्लेसमेंट की डायरेक्शन सेम होनी चाहिए, और दूसरा उनके बीच जो एंगल बनेगा वो अक्यूट एंगल होना चाहिए. इट शुड बी स्मॉलर देन 90, नॉट ऑल्सो इक्वल्स टू 90, ऑलवेज स्मॉलर टू 90. आपने पुश किया इसको और आपका 0 कैसे होगा? मैंने आपको कहा ना कि 90 से छोटा होना चाहिए, तब तो थीटा 0 भी हो सकता है. तो अगर हमने फोर्स भी इसी डायरेक्शन में फोर्स ऐसे लगाया, डिस्प्लेसमेंट बिल्कुल आराम से हो गई, मतलब कोई दिक्कत ही नहीं हुई. ये नहीं कि हमने फोर्स थोड़ा सा टिल्टेड लगाया और जो डिस्प्लेसमेंट आगे हुई. फोर्स भी हॉरिजॉन्टल, डिस्प्लेसमेंट भी हॉरिजॉन्टल. इस केस में हियर द एंगल इज 0 एंड cos 0 is equal to 1. So angle should always be smaller than 90 in the positive cases of work done. In the negative cases, theta should always be greater than 90, because in the frictional case we have seen displacement is here, friction is here, angle made 180. Now cos 180 is equal to -1. So no matter what the force you have applied, no matter what the displacement has occurred, it is into -1. So all we got here is minus Fs. Now, when is the work done is 0? वर्क डन 0 कब हो सकता है? या तो फोर्स ही नया लगाओ, वर्क डन इज 0, या तो डिस्प्लेसमेंट ही मत लगाओ, वर्क डन इज 0, या तो एंगल 90 हो जाए। यही तीन फैक्टर हो सकते हैं जब वर्क इज इक्वल टू 0। किस केस में? पहला, नो फोर्स, कोई फोर्स ही नहीं लगा। दूसरा, फोर्स लगा पर डिस्प्लेसमेंट ही नहीं हुई। तीसरा, थीटा इज इक्वल टू 90। हमने अभी थीटा इज इक्वल टू 90 के बहुत सारे एग्जांपल लिए। हमने सेंट्रीपिटल फोर्स वाला लिया एग्जांपल, ऑर्बिट है, डिस्प्लेसमेंट यहाँ हो रही है, फोर्स यहाँ लग रहा है, थीटा यहाँ का 90 बन गया है। हमने ये वाला एग्जांपल लिया। हमने कुली वाला एग्जांपल लिया कि कुली ने अपने सर पर लोड रखा हुआ था और वो हॉरिजॉन्टली मूव कर रहा था। तो इस केस में भी थीटा जो था वो 90 था, तो वर्क डन इज 0 हो गया। अब एक और केस जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट केस है, जो मतलब एक जनरल केस है, वो ये ऑब्जेक्ट है, यहाँ मूव कर रहा है, यहाँ पे फोर्स लग रहा है, तो वर्क डन तो है। यहाँ पे मैं नहीं कह सकती वर्क डन 0 है क्योंकि डिस्प्लेसमेंट की डायरेक्शन में फोर्स है। बट अगर मैंने पूछा व्हाट इज द वर्क डन बाय द ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स, gravitational force always acts downwards, so here the gravitational force would be acting here, but again you have seen force नीचे लग रहा है, यहाँ पे डिस्प्लेसमेंट हो रही है, एंगल 90 बन गया, आंसर 0 आ गया। So these were the some cases of positive work done, negative work done and 0 work done. Now which type of physical quantity is work done? Work is equal to F into S. Force is a vector quantity. S is a displacement vector quantity, but work done is a scalar quantity. Now how work done is a scalar quantity? When we are multiplying two vectors, but still we are getting a scalar quantity. How is it? It is because this is a dot product. What is a dot product here? When two vector quantities get multiplied each other, it is a dot product. Dot, like this. So here it is V, this. So whenever there is a dot product, the answer is scalar. And whenever there is a cross multiplication, cross product between vectors, there is a vector result. So here it is a dot product because we are getting a scalar quantity. So it is F vector into S vector, and it is a dot product. I am highlighting this. It is a dot product. That's why we are getting our answer in scalar. Now another conflicting statement is here, that if work done is scalar, then how it is negative, positive or 0? Because in first chapter we have learned that scalar quantity can only be positive, it can neither be negative nor be 0. So work done despite being a scalar quantity is negative, positive or 0 because it is an exception. Work done is the only scalar quantity which can be positive, negative or 0. Now the next concept, we have all learned about the cases, about the now let us learn the work done by gravitation. Although I have already said that if a box is moving here, the gravitational force will act down. Here's the work done is 0. So now what is the work done against gravity? There would be a work done against gravity. The work done against gravity, whenever a ball is moving upward, always the work done is against gravity because gravity acts in downwards direction. To lift a body upwards, the force should be equal to its weight. So if a body is thrown with upwards, so the force applied on the body is equal to its weight. So let us say Here it is mg. It covered a height of h. So what is the work done against gravity? Work is equal to, wait a minute, work is always equal to force into displacement. Force is equal to weight, because to lift anything, force should equal to its weight. So Wg into h is the height cover. So the work done by gravity is always Wgh, which is also known as gravitational potential energy. So here we end this topic. The next topic will be taught in next class. Thank you.